It's an early start out in L.A., so you've got the sun coming up, you've got the L.A. feel for it, and the East Coast is going to be watching, saying, let's see what these teams are really about, because we don't see a lot.
It's sunny.
Yeah, because it's sunny. But New York doesn't see a lot of Rams games. Yeah. They're not on in the local market. Tonight is the night.
And they want to be the team of L.A., huh?
Yeah, they're trying.
Nate Burleson, Kyle Brett, how are we, gentlemen?
Awesome. Doing great. How you doing, Kyle? I'm going to be
really
a zombie tomorrow morning, though. I'm staying up all night with this thing.
You got to.
Hell yes.
No, we love Game Pass, but no Game Pass on this Thursday night.
No, real deal.
It all kicks off hours from now on NFL Network. It is time for the Lead Block. All right, let's bring in our guy, Omar Ruiz. He is up super early on the West Coast. He pre-made his coffee, and he is ready to go. We talked about some standout wide receivers in tonight's matchup a little bit earlier, but I drafted Dalvin Cook to be so this might be a good time to ask you the latest on Dalvin Cook.
Well, Dalvin Cook said earlier this week there is a good chance that he'd be able to get back into the lineup. Vikings offense hoping to take advantage of what will be a depleted secondary for the Rams. We knew Aqib Talib wouldn't be playing when the Rams put him on IR. Marcus Peters also will not be playing, according to our Ian Rappaport, even though he is listed as questionable to play. Rappaport saying that calf strain will keep him out 2 to 4 weeks. Back to Cook. He had the hamstring injury, didn't play against the Bills. The Vikings only had 6 carries for 14 yards. That's 6 carries tied for the fewest in NFL history. They certainly could use them. That Vikings running game will also get a big boost with center Pat Elflein back in the starting lineup. He had injuries to his shoulder, to his ankle in the offseason. He played a little bit in that Bills game, knocked some of the rust off, but he'll be back starting. He said that, of course, it'll be a huge challenge going against Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald, players he said are amazing, dominant, and 2 of the greatest to ever play. But he said there is no special game plan against them. This game will be won in the trenches. It'll be old school football. And speaking of old school football, the Rams will be playing with their throwback unis. You can see the field painted there with the old school color scheme, that blue and yellow. They'll be handing out these Rams house towels. We talked about Sean McVay writing that letter to the fans, imploring them to get here early, having fun with Wade Phillips. I asked Sean McVay about maybe Wade Phillips said he'd take off a little early to get ready for his bedtime, and he said he feels like he answers to Wade. Wade could do whatever he wants, except, Kyle, much to your dismay, wear that big 10-gallon hat as long as Nike isn't providing it for him.
I think he should still wear it. Let's bring Kyle in here. That's very disappointing.
Yeah. Wouldn't you think that the cowboy thing, the whole image is rebel? And what if Wade just did it and said, screw it, just wore that thing anyways? Here I am. You know where to find me? You know where to find me. 10-gallon. Bring the house down. We love you, bum. Come on, Omar.
You and Dave Damashek
right?
beating that drum, baby.
Omar, you got to send us one of those towels. Those are absolutely fantastic. Not the hottest take here, but those should be their unis week in, week out.
Amen.
Like
Thanks so much, Omar.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you
I got a couple
in a
extras.
bit right here.
I'll save some for you.
Hey.
On Good Morning Football, we are just hours away from kickoff in L.A. between the Vikings and the Rams. So let's go around the table and call our shot for tonight's game. Peter, you start.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. We always want to see what's next, right? What's next? Who's the next musical group? Who's the next? In football, there's always a team that starts something and everyone copies. Mm-hmm. We saw the Wildcat. Remember the Dolphins did it a couple of years ago. Then everyone was doing it. Then it was the RPO. Guys, tonight is the night of the fly motion play action. The fly motion
Get into
play
it.
You're going to know all about the fly motion play action because Sean McVay and the Rams are doing something no other team really does, and everyone's going to be copying soon.
Okay.
Let's take a look at what the fly motion play action. Okay, watch this. It's a wide receiver goes in motion, then you hand off again. Okay, so essentially it's pre-snap, a guy in motion. This is a 50-yard pass interference play. It's a wide receiver comes down, and then you play action to the running back also. They do this the entire game. No one else does this in the league. It's from a college concept that you rarely see. And it's deception. So watch all these different plays. This is against the There's Cup. Is it going to him? No, it's not. They'll send the wide receivers pre-snap, and then they'll maybe also hand it off here. Look at this one here. Here's a fake, double fake. Where are you? You're open. This is what the Rams do, and it's fascinating. And McVay will dial it up all day long. Watch it again. Wide receiver in motion, fake, handoff, fake. Where's the next guy? Sometimes you see one play action. Sometimes you see 2. This one, you see 2. Very rarely do you just see a standard handoff with the Rams. A lot of times it's man in motion beforehand. Look at that. That's enough to distract the safety, distract it, and leaves Gurley wide open for the play. I am telling you this. Sean McVay has been in a laboratory all offseason, drawing up how I can be better than last year, how I could shock the league. And as much as we want to talk about Andy Reid and the Chiefs and Matt Nagy and the Bears and what they're doing and what Sean Payton and what's awesome down in New Orleans, Sean McVay is using the fly motion play action to its best ability, and I think it's going to be throwing teams off all season long.
Yeah.
Look for it tonight. It's going to be like RPO or Wildcat. You're going to be sick about hearing it. The fly motion play action.